since I'm very young, I've been having a tough time to have a healthy relationship with food. Hi guys, welcome back to episode 4 of my podcast. I'm super happy to be here today. It's gonna be all about overcoming your relationship with food. It's not an easy thing to manage. I know there's a lot of illness that can come with it, but I'm not there to talk about this. I'm not a doctor. I'm not there to talk about anything like bulimia, anorexia, or all these things. I'm not specialized to talk about this, but I want to share my personal story and how I overcame these challenges that I'm still struggling with to this day. But I'm gonna try my best to share my experience, how I cope with it today, and how I can help you guys, because I'm probably not the only one who is going through this right now. Not right now, but like in life in general. So I'm gonna get in the subject instead of talking around it. So since I'm very young, I've been having a tough time to have a healthy relationship with food. I remember when I was young, sometimes I would come back home after school and I would just go in the kitchen and just eat whatever I could find, especially sweets. I don't know why I had like the urge of just like eating whatever. And then after, of course, I would feel bad. But when I was young, I didn't have these like self-image issues or stuff like that. So I didn't really see the impact of everything. But as I grew older, I started to compare myself more to girls at school and stuff like that. And I started to realize that I need to eat well if I want to look good. And this came with a lot of stress, anxiety, and I was comparing myself a lot. And this came with stress, and it made me more messed up my relationship with food, actually. And it was not easy, to be honest. Even when I was in high school, I remember I was coming home from school, and if my parents weren't there, I would just like eat whatever I could find. But if they were there, I would never do it because I was ashamed of myself, of course. So then what I would do, I would just like do an intense workout in my room because I felt bad for eating shit, right? So that's pretty much what I would do. Today I found ways just through time through also loving myself more, and especially getting into my fitness journey and learning more about the gym, working out, nutrition. I just really started to find ways to just cope with this because it's mentally really exhausting. And yeah, I want to share with you some tips in case you might be going through it right now. And if you are, feel also free to write to me on Instagram and I can help you as best as I can. Also know that there's professional help if you're struggling too much with it. Don't be shy to ask for help. It's really important that you take care of this for your physical and mental health. So yeah, first thing I want to talk about is things that can trigger these episodes, if I could say. So it can be a lot of things. It depends like what age you are and what situations you're facing. But for me personally, I think it was really like emotional eating, self-image, like problems that I had. I think for me it was really emotional eating. I also felt I was comparing myself a lot because I had some friends, they were like so skinny and they were eating so much. And I felt I used to compare myself a lot to them. Like they would eat a lot but not gain weight. And I was like, what the fuck? I want this, you know? And I just realized my body's not made like this. I have the type of body where like if I eat a lot, I'm gonna gain weight. And I cannot just my whole life just complain about it. Like that's the way I am and I just have to work with this. So I just need to be careful about what I eat and work on my mental health to make sure I don't go through episodes of binge eating, if I could say. I'm not auto diagnosing myself, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was binge eating. But yeah, so it's really hard to go through these episodes because after you just feel so bad about yourself and you're ashamed, and it's hard, but it's okay. There's ways to cope with it. For me, something that really helped me was really staying busy and have something that I'm passionate about. And I think this is why my fitness journey helped me so much, because I started being so passionate about going to the gym and working out that it made me like not obsessed in an unhealthy way, but it made me like want to be healthy so much that it made me just forget a little bit about food. Not forget about food, like I was still eating, but it made me less obsessed. It gave me less sweet cravings. I don't know, just working out helped me so much with this part of my life. And yeah, I think it was really a life-changing thing for me to start working out, because it kept me busy, and also having projects to work on. It really made me just passionate, and it made me think less about food, because when you think about food too much, it becomes so draining mentally, and it's just really hard. So having something to keep you busy, something that's like keeping you busy mentally, is gonna make you forget about your cravings and stuff like this. Next thing I want to talk about is mindful eating and intuitive eating. So mindful eating is something really important, because you need to know that when you're eating, the phase that when you're chewing your food is a phase of digestion, right? So if you're chewing your food so fast and you don't take time to eat, it's like if you're telling your brain you didn't eat enough. So it's gonna make you more likely to eat more after that. So it's really important that you take the time to sit down, eat mindfully, take the time to chew slowly, and really appreciate the food you have, because it's gonna send a signal to your brain that you're having enough food in your mouth and in your body after, and you're gonna just feel more satiated. Another thing you can do is focus a lot on your water intake every day. So just always carry a water bottle with you. I really like to have a water bottle with a straw. It makes me drink water more, because as humans, we're just so fucking lazy. So for us, if we have a water bottle with a straw, just doing and sipping water, but seeing a water bottle with no straw and having to do this, we're gonna be way less likely to drink water. So yeah, have a water bottle with a straw really helped me, to be honest. You can get a hydro jug, like a big water bottle. That's just a brand, but get any brand you want. And a big water bottle with a straw. It's very annoying to carry around, but to have at home, it's really nice. I like to have it at home and just like have a goal to finish it throughout the day when I'm at home. So that's really good, but I'm not gonna bring this at school or at work or anything, because it's really heavy, first of all, when it's full, and it's annoying to carry. But yeah, so be mindful when you eat. Also try to avoid distractions. Like sometimes I like to listen to a podcast when I eat, but I try not to look at my phone too much, because it makes me distracted and it makes me eat faster, because I don't realize like the pace that I'm eating at. So this is important. Take the time to eat. Like a full meal, you shouldn't eat it in like 5 minutes, okay? If you do that, slow down, please. So these are good coping strategies that I found. So just to recap a little bit, it's just to keep yourself busy, drink a lot of water, and be mindful when you eat. So eat slowly, take time to eat. You can drink water in between your food, in between each food that you take. Just have a lot of water every time, all day long, and have something that is motivating you every day, something you look forward to, because sometimes if you have nothing that you look forward to, you're just gonna think about eating. You're just gonna think about eating whatever, eating when you're bored. So it's really important to have something that is keeping you alive, something that you look forward to when you wake up. I remember most times I had problems with this was when I was bored, because when When you're bored, sometimes you eat just out of boredom, and this is really unhealthy because you eat a lot of snacks and it's a lot of extra calories that can make you gain weight. Next thing you can do that is really going to help you with this is to surround yourself with people that have the same lifestyle that you want to have. So if you keep surrounding yourself with people who eat junk food and people who are not taking care of their bodies and people who just don't give a fuck and have no ambitions, maybe you should remove those people out of your life, or just hang around less with those people, because it's definitely not gonna help you, because you know the saying that you are the 5 people you hang around most. Tell me your friends and I'll tell you your future, something like that. So you need to have a circle of people that are encouraging you in your goal. And you can talk also about your struggles to people around you. I remember I talked about it with my mom because I felt she was really not gonna judge me. And sometimes I used to tell her, like, please, like, don't like have this kind of food in the fridge, or just hide it so I don't know where it is, so it's not gonna bother me mentally. And she really respected that. So sometimes you might think people will judge you, but they won't. But maybe they will. But talk about it with people that you know are not gonna judge you and who are going to understand you. Yeah, don't be afraid to talk about it with people. Most of the time people will just support you in your goals. You can also find ways to come back when you feel like you're failing a little bit with your goals. So if you feel like you're falling back from your goals, find ways to come back to it. So let's say you were like emotionally very not okay, you had a lot of things bothering you, and you like bought a lot of junk food, and then like 3 days later you're just like, what the fuck did I do? Why did I buy all this? Now I feel bad. Just throw it away or give it to someone. Don't keep it in your house. It's gonna bother you. Just throw it away. It's a fresh new start. All right. And if you had like a night where you ate like junk food or stuff like this, don't wake up the next day and like hate yourself and ruin your whole day and just be like, why did I do this? I'm such a piece of shit. No, just, it's a new day. It's a new start. You cannot go back in the past. Just start over, eat healthy today, drink a lot of water, and that's it. You might be a little bit bloated the next day if you had like a big episode of like eating junk food, but don't beat yourself up for this. Please, it's so important. So I really want to encourage you to be mindful about this thing that I think a lot of people are going through, and it's important to know that you're not alone in this. A lot of people are suffering about it, and there's people to help you. I'm here for you if you need to talk about it and if you need to find ways to cope with this. So you can always text me on the Instagram of the podcast, Fit Lady Podcast, and I would love to help you if you need any help for this, to find balance in your nutrition or anything like that. So that is it for this episode. I hope you found some interesting thing that you can apply to your life. You're not alone in this. I'm here with you. Cookie's here with you too. He's sleeping, but he's here with you too. So I hope you like this episode, and I'll see you in the next episode next week. Bye.